Deadwax.
Ooh la la, ah wee wee. Ooh la la, ah wee wee. Hey. Ooh la la, ah wee wee. Hey. Ooh la la, ah wee wee.
What's up, all you Bijan Frazes, and welcome to the Deadwax Show with Waffles the Stooge and our special guest today, Serge. Gentlemen, how are we?
Good to be back.
Glad to have you, buddy.
Yeah, thanks for joining us, Serge. All the way from the great white north. I'm sure you're feeling the cold like we are here in Utah, but probably even worse.
I'm miles away in distance, but I'm closer than I've ever been to your hearts.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Don't make me cry on the Deadwax Show. Not on the Deadwax Show. Our longtime listeners will remember that Serge has been on our show before. And it was an incredible episode. So
do we have long-time listeners?
We do, Stooge. You and me.
Definitely not me.
Your dad.
My dad. My dad will know you, Serge. That's all that matters.
It's like, hey, Serge is back.
Nah, Serge comes to us from the land of Canada, which I'm wearing my favorite Canadian band shirt today to represent. And Stooge, what an odd shirt you're wearing today. What shirt is that?
It's actually kind of funny. I actually do have something Rustic Records Canada to promote. They're actually he just started today. He's shipping vinyl records to Canada now. So if you go to rusticrecordsonline.com to shop for records and you live in Canada, you can buy stuff now and get it shipped there. So that starts today.
Does the discount code work for Canadian orders?
Oh yeah, of course the discount code Stooge works on Canadian orders. So
dude,
yeah.
Why even shop anywhere else? Do you know what I mean?
I'm not going
I don't know why.
Serge. So Serge, we do have.
You'd be a dick if you did. Shopped anywhere else.
We have longtime listeners who remember you, but for those who are new to the whole magic of Serge, will you give us just a quick intro about yourself, where you are, what you do in life, what music you listen to?
I'm terrible at this, but I live in Canada.
Hell yeah!
If you're on Instagram, you can kind of follow me on there at worldofx.ca, and I say kind of because I haven't really posted anything in 4 months probably, but I mean, music wise, I listen to pretty much everything but metal, hardcore, punk, rock, pop, I guess. But yeah, punk and hardcore, metal the most.
Hell yeah.
I like to eat. I like to cook. I like to cycle. And I like the Deadwax Show.
Aww.
And he's a plant dad too. We can see that.
That's fake.
Oh.
He's a fake plant daddy.
The real ones are outside. The fake ones are inside.
There we go. Still holds.
Just like with our friends. Yeah.
Very true.
Yeah. Gentlemen, it was Record Store Day here yesterday, but also just in the world of vinyl collecting, we've all gotten new things recently. Should we show each other what things we picked up?
Let's do it.
Okay, sick. Serge, you're the guest. Do you want to show us?
I mean, I didn't go Record Store Day shopping,
but just in general, like
I didn't pick anything up, but I can show you what I got in the mail last week. So.
That'd be great.
No, that's it.
Yeah, ordering has been thin on my end, but a couple of things came in last week, so good timing there. So I have four things to show you.
Ooh, okay.
Let's get started. First off, we got Terror, One with the Underdogs. This was a Terror record that I was missing in my collection, and Triple B Records reissued the first 3 Terror records, so I only picked this one up. They did like alternate covers. This isn't the actual cover, but they did alternate covers for all 3 releases, and I was thinking of picking up all 3, but I have the other 2, and this is the one I wanted. And this is probably up there for favorite Terror record, and the variant is very nice. Let me pull it out.
See that variant? Ooh, it's a clear with black splatter. Looks great.
Yeah,
is that green in the middle too?
Yeah, it's green in the middle.
The green
smash
blob, that's
splatter.
sick.
Yeah, it does look nice.
Terror's probably like the most influential hardcore band of our generation and the most consistent hardcore band of our generation. And if you don't know who they are, you could really start anywhere because a lot of their discography just sounds the same, but they just do it the best. And yeah, amazing songwriting. They've been around forever.
Yeah.
Some might say all bands in that genre sound the same, but
whoa, hey,
is that a hot take?
Oh man, he's starting it off early. Yeah.
I mean, he's not wrong.
He's not wrong at all. How many? You have like a lot of Terror records, huh?
Probably.
Yeah.
I'm missing 2 of the LPs. One of them I'm actually waiting on because I ordered it through like a retailer, but they ordered it like for me overseas. So
sick.
I'm waiting for that to come in and missing a couple of the 7 inches, but yeah, pretty much got the whole gang.
That's so crazy.
Yeah, one with the Underdogs is probably a good place to start because it's like second album, early on in the career, but really defining because those songs are really heavy hitting. So if you're not familiar, check that out.
There you go.
Number 2, I did a Meshuggah record last time I was on, so I'll keep the tradition going. So I got the 15th anniversary of Obzen with the original cover back on. Chris had actually sold me his copy a while back with the alternate cover, and when they announced that they were pressing this, I sold his copy. Didn't give him any of the commission.
Flipped it for profit.
Yeah.
I asked for expression. He said it's fine. And it went
I
to
said
a good
it's
home,
fine, but I
so.
said it derogatorily. Yeah.
It went to a good home. Shout out Joe Reynolds. That kid buys everything.
Oh, Joe's great.
Yeah. So he
Joe's
has
great.
it. So I got this, which I was way more stoked on because I really wanted the original cover. And the pressing for this turned out beautiful. It's a double LP. I call this Funfetti because
Ooh. Oh my
that's
gosh,
cool.
it looks great. Rainbow splatter
funfetti.
for our listeners.
it's Funfetti.
Orange
It is
and
fun
green.
If you like birthday cake, you will like this record.
Yeah, it looks like a cake. Give me a slice of
Sounds
that
like
record.
a cake too. Yeah.
This record's been remastered for the
Meshuggah.
15th anniversary, and it's like obviously the defining Meshuggah record because the song "Bleed" is on here,
Absolutely.
and that's like the Meshuggah song for those who don't know. But this whole record's amazing. There's a song on here called "Lethargica" that is probably one of my favorite Meshuggah songs. So if you're not familiar, check out Obzen.
A great place to check out these songs we're talking about is actually the Deadwax playlist, which we'll post later after this episode airs.
Am I curating it?
Yes.
All right, Dolly Parton, greatest hits.
Hell yeah.
Number 3 is another influential record. We got Slip by Quicksand. This is the 30th anniversary reissue. This is one of those records that every time it goes out of print, the older pressings just sell for hundreds of dollars, and I never wanted to pay that much for it. But this is 30 years old, which is crazy to think, but it's a defining record of the 90s in like the post-hardcore genre. The guitar player singer Walter is from Gorilla Biscuits, Rival Schools. I think he's been in could be wrong, maybe just those 2 bands, but anyways, he's also in Quicksand. But this is amazing. Stooge, if you're not familiar, you might even mess with some of these songs.
I think Stooge like Quicksand.
Yeah, I feel like he'd be into it. If you're into like the whole 90s alternative grunge post-hardcore scene, like this is a very good one to check out. I just went ahead, didn't really get anything too fancy with this. I think it's just evergreen.
Oh, cool.
So just standard there, but
I like green.
Me too. Excited to finally own this in the collection and not pay $200 for it. So.
That's the best part.
Yeah. It really is the best part. Isn't vinyl collecting so fun?
Oh, right. So yeah, if you're not familiar, again, Quicksand, it's a influential band in the 90s, still going strong. I think they put out a record years ago.
Yeah.
Don't really keep up with the rest of this discography, to be honest, if I'm being full out honest there, but fantastic band.
Heck yeah.
And we'll cap it off with the 4th record, and this one is dedicated to you, Waffles, because I know you're about to cream your pants when you see this.
Oh
my freaking hell! Are you serious?
This is a vegan straight edge band from Canada.
Like my favorite one too. Yeah.
The singer of this band is Jess from Mortality Rate, and it also features members of the band Serration, which is another great metalcore band from Alberta. Mortality Rate is also from Alberta, but they do this band, which, to be honest, I don't think they take very seriously. I think it's meant to be more of a jokey band. Like they say they say their band name in almost every song. They say stuff like straight edge domination, vegan domination, and they just kind of have fun doing it. They recently put out a split with Weapon X, which is another vegan straight edge, or at least straight edge hardcore band.
I don't know if Weapon X is vegan, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't think they're vegan. You're right. But it features members of Knock Loose. But this is just on like a translucent orange.
I want everyone watching this to know those records the Serge is holding are very hard to find, and that pre-order was gone in like a week.
I'm sure they're gonna press them again. Like they did like a run for like their tours and LDB Fest. Like I'm sure they're gonna go back online. But the cool part about this is I have number 35 of 250.
That's so cool.
Took about a year to get, but we finally got it. Just like a fun metallic hardcore vegan straight edge worship band to listen to. And the cover's great because it reminds me of like Mario.
Right.
So.
If the singer for World of Pleasure, Jess from Mortality Rate, like asked me to kill John Lennon, I would do it for her.
But he's dead.
Oh. Well, kill him again? Like dig up his bones and do something horrible? I don't know. Whatever she wanted, I'd do it.
Okay.
Yeah, sick. We can move on.
Those are my four picks. Like I said, unfortunately, I didn't go record store and shopping. So there was nothing on the list that interested me, and I wasn't gonna go camp out. I slept in. That's what I bought for record store. Sleep.
Yeah. And not the band.
You can't put a price on that.
No. It was great.
Man, and sleep sounds pretty great. So, Stooge, why don't you go? Show us what you got. We're
talking about Sleep the band or Sleep?
Yeah, why don't you show us your sleep records?
I can't. I put it on 2 days ago and it's still playing. I'm on the second track.
420.
I'm on the second track.
Stooge is so high right now. By the way,
I feel high.
He's recording this from a Shopko parking lot. Yeah.
So this is one thing I want to share for my record store day. This is a Maya Hawke single. Has the songs "To Love a Boy" and "Story Open" on them. If you're not familiar with Maya Hawke, she does like post-Victorian carnivorous folk music. I don't know if you're very familiar with that type of music.
Oh yeah, totally.
But yeah, so if you're into that kind of stuff, definitely check out Maya Hawke. You might have heard of. She's also in that show, that Netflix show. I don't know if you've heard of it, called Stranger Things. I think it's what it's called.
Oh yeah,
yeah. She's in that.
I thought you were going to say she was the first one killed off on Squid Games, but that's
No. I know. Maybe I should hold it closer. She's not Asian.
There you go.
She's not Korean. But another fact about Maya Hawke you might not know is her mom's Uma Thurman and her dad's Ethan Hawke. So. See, there you go. Anyway,
Nepo babies.
I was about to say Nepo.
Not only can you get a Netflix job, you can have a singing career.
Sounds like jealousy is all I'm hearing.
100% jealousy.
All right. Next thing I want to share is my singles box set that I got. This is Brazilian 45s, and it's a bunch of like Brazilian songs curated by Mike D of the Beastie Boys.
Sick. Wow.
And if you're not familiar with the Beastie Boys, we just lost Chicken and Waffles. That's weird. You switched spots. Serge is in the middle now.
What just happened?
My show now. Welcome to Deadwax show. Fuck these two guys. Get him off the screen.
Oh gosh. All right. Well,
did Serge just become the new host of the show?
Yeah. Which he's fine with. You're fine with.
It's just going to be a 2-hour Converge.
Exactly.
And if you're not familiar with the Beastie Boys, they're a hip hop trio. I won't make more fun.
You're killing me, Stooge.
But honestly, this is a really fun box set. These Brazilian songs are really cool. It's like I don't know how to describe it. It's definitely not post-Victorian
carnivorous
folk music, that's for sure. But check it out, you'll like it.
Now, do you actually listen to those Brazilian songs, or did you just buy it because it's Beastie Boys related?
I will admit that Mike D is the majority of the reason I bought it, but I've actually listened to, I actually curated a list, like a playlist on iTunes and listened to them all and actually enjoyed them. So if it was like weird music or like maybe, I don't know, like punk, hardcore, methcore, whatever it's called stuff, I probably wouldn't have got it.
Mathcore! Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
But that's actually really I really enjoy like music that comes from
like
South America
music.
And stuff like that. Yeah.
And you also is it Korean music you love?
I love Korean music.
Yes.
Like K-pop?
Not necessarily K-pop per se, but like old Korean music from like the 80s and 70s and stuff like that. Because I lived in Korea for a couple of years, and that's like country music in America like they have their own kind of equivalent there. It doesn't sound like country music, but it's something that everyone listens to. So if you're on a bus, you hear it. If you're on, whatever. So it's just really cool. It's really fun music. And if you never lived there and you hadn't been exposed to it, you'd probably hear it and say, "What the hell is this garbage?" But for me, it holds a special place. So anywho,
just like methcore, yeah.
Just like methcore, yeah.
I'm stealing that. I hope you know that is the funniest thing.
Here's this other one. I've got 2 copies of this now. The Black Keys' first ever live performance at the Beachland
that's beautiful.
Tavern, and it comes on a cool orange vinyl. So I figured I'd share that.
That's really pretty.
And then I'll hurry up because I've already gone over
You're
time.
You're fine.
Don't tell me I'm fine.
Sorry. You're sexy. You're hot. What do you?
Waffles always hitting on me. It's like become a problem. I've had to file a complaint with our HR department at the Deadwax show.
Yeah.
Anyways, Tom Tom Club. Another great album. And it's coming on this pink vinyl. Have you ever heard of the song "Genius of Love"? You heard there's a Mariah Carey sampled this song. It's got like dun 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 dun. That probably doesn't do it justice. Dun 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 dun. There you go.
That one? You're talking about that song?
Yeah.
Is that? I can't remember Tom Tom Club?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
I don't know the history. I don't know the history well enough. Tom Tom Club, but it's got members. It's like a kind of like a super group per se.
I don't even know anything about Tom Tom Club.
It's like members of a different group, and they came together and made this one album. And if the playlist you're going to curate, Waffles, you got to put "Genius of Love" on it. That's like their big smash hit. So those are the ones I got. Sorry, it's so weird and it took so long.
That was not that weird, nor did it take that long. So you're totally fine.
I think I took longer.
Yeah, seriously.
But I feel like yours was more informative. Mine was just more snarky. Speaking
of methcore, though, let's get to my picks. So mine are where we get super weird. So I've got a ton of records lately, but I'm just gonna go over the 4 from Record Store Day that were like the exclusives that I was super stoked on. The first one is The Mechanical Hand by Horse the Band. This is really pretty too. It's like they did 2 different colored smashes. The disc 2, I'm sorry, is orange and blue, and disc 1 is green and blue. Horse the Band was a band that I listened to when I was in like high school that I thought nobody else knew of because I never met another human that listened to them until I was like 24. So I didn't even know they had a following. They played a style called Nintendo Core, which is it's like just someone going wild on a synthesizer and someone screaming. There you go. That's Nintendo Core. You're caught up. And Horse.
So there's like, if you hear the word core in anything, that automatically means it's got someone screaming. Is that?
It can. It can. It's such a complicated thing. Sure, let's say yes. So when you're on TikTok and someone says something is cottage core, that's someone screaming in a cottage.
Cheese core.
Apple core. Yeah.
There used to be a venue in Montreal called Lenko, and Horse the Band used to play there all the time. Back
for real? Yeah. That's sick. I loved Horse the Band, but since I didn't know anybody that listened to them, like I don't know if they ever came to Utah, and they weren't around super long. They are very long defunct. But I was super stoked that they're actually like making this album on vinyl. It's a really big deal to me. Next one, shocker. I'm going to talk about The Cure. This is Show by The Cure. It's one of their live albums. The Cure, I don't know about Record Store Day. They must have like made a deal with Satan or something because they like do a lot of picture discs on Record Store Day, which is fine. I don't hate picture discs, but like it's all right. Anyway,
you do. You hate it. We can tell.
I hate picture discs.
Serge is just the hot takes are already flowing.
It's not even a hot take. It just
picture discs they minus the quality. They can be harder to clean. They're harder to make look good.
Like the only thing worse is a flexi.
Oh my gosh, I hate flexi discs. But anyway, so Show by The Cure. It's a great live album. This is, I think I now have 14 different albums by The Cure.
Wow.
I think this is number 14. And guess what? I see The Cure in 42 days. So we're doing lots of countdowns these days.
Who are they playing with?
They haven't said, and I'm really hoping nobody. That'd be awesome.
Duran Duran.
It's probably Duran Duran. Can you imagine?
It's probably some methcore band.
Yeah.
It's Horse the Band. I'd pay to see that. Speaking of meth, though, this
Kid Rock.
The next band is Heroin.
Nice. Good.
For those listening, this is heroin like the
Meth's
drug.
cousin.
Exactly. This is Meth's scarier cousin. Heroin, for those who do not know the band Heroin, they were one of the first screamo bands. So in the very, very early days of the 90s, of people thinking that hardcore and emo was not enough, that they needed to mix them together and create very intense music with screaming, rolling on the ground. Heroin was one of the first to do it. And this was also in the days where there wasn't like a technique to screaming. There wasn't like people that were like doing vocal ways of doing it. This is when people were destroying their lungs and throats. And it sounds really sick. So I'm a big fan. Anyway, this is their discography of everything that was not pressed onto an album. So this is all the 7 inches, compilation tracks, everything finally on vinyl all together. This is a very special Record Store Day one. And then the last one.
We should have an episode where we cover the different screaming techniques.
There's a lot. Fun fact.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lady.
Melissa Cross.
Serge, thank you so much. She is like famous for teaching lessons on how to scream, and like bands pay her a lot of money to like teach them how to do it without destroying their throats. Yeah. Last one though, and that is Undeath's live album, Live from the Grave. This artwork is so sick. You can't really see it because we're threed. We're cut in thirds. That wasn't a good way of saying it. Anyway, Undeath, I talk about on the show a lot. Fantastic death metal band. It comes on this really cool like Bloodshot variant. What was sick about the live record is that not only are they playing a whole concert live, that's awesome and everything, but they have songs in between that are 15 seconds long that are just what the singer is saying in between, and they're really funny because he's a hilarious guy. So there's whole songs dedicated to go, this is called death metal. You guys like that shit? It's great. But anyway, I was like, the Record Store Day list this year, I hope no one is offended when I say this. Taylor Swift having a double LP or whatever she had, threw off a lot of people's desires to want to participate in Record Store Day. However, I was super stoked on those 4. So
I've learned if there's like one thing, there's always a way to get it online afterwards. Like it's not even worth waiting in line. Like if you want to get like 3, 4, 5 things, or just go and hang out with your friends, sure, go ahead, do it. But yeah, I went like 2 years ago. I waited 2 hours in line just to get that one Rage Live in Battle, like New Mexico record.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And like copies were flying online afterwards, like left and right. And then last year I was like, I just wanted that one live Gojira record, and I was like, lesson learned from Rage. Like I'm not gonna go wait 2 hours just to pick up one record,
right?
Especially the ones that's like 10,000 plus pressings. Like you're gonna get that online. If you want something like a little more limited, like even if your store gets it or not, like go ahead, like test your luck, have fun with your friends and all that. But yeah, I don't know. These lists have been less and less for me as the years go on.
Yeah.
I would, just to play devil advocates to that, the one record I wanted to get this year, I actually didn't get because they ran out.
Oh, wow.
And that was the Macho Man, Be a Man.
Yeah.
I saw that.
And there was issues with getting the appropriate quantity out. But yeah, sometimes you got to fight the crowd and the Swifties, and you still come up shorthanded. But yeah, I would also say to Serge's point, just keep an eye on the quantities. Like it's
a huge thing.
If there's like 1,000, you might want to get in line. If there's like, I don't know,
there's only 1,000 of these.
You know, it just really depends. If it's a Taylor Swift thing, you're probably gonna have to get in line.
Yeah, which is crazy because they pressed 75,000 of hers, and they were still like flying out of every single store. It's insane.
Yeah. They're all.
I've never seen 75,000 of anything in my entire life. Dollars.
Yeah.
People. Grains of sand.
And this is me not complaining right now. What I'm about to say, just so you know.
I'm ready.
But every single time I've done Record Store Day, especially at Graywell, I'll just say to Graywell, I've probably gone, 4 or 5 times now since I've lived here for a Record Store Day at Graywell. Every single time, they open at 10, I'm in and out by 11.
Absolutely.
And that's usually in and out by 11:30.
Yeah, I was about to say
because they'll open the doors, I'll be like 20th in line-ish, and then I'll get in. I'm usually out of there by 11:30, if not definitely by 12.
If not
12,
12, then 3.
Sorry. I'm out of there by 10:30, if not by 11.
Yeah.
I didn't get into the store till afternoon with the line that they had this Record Store Day. And
you didn't get until afternoon.
Yeah, I didn't get until like 12:15. Yeah, because I didn't cut the line.
Wonder
like
you missed
somebody else I know
Macho
here.
Man record.
Yeah.
No, they didn't have any. They said they didn't get any.
Yeah, the quantities were messed up.
Mm-hmm. And I've contacted like 12 different stores since. Like DM'd, called, and I was sorry we're out or they didn't get any. So, anywho, I would say for how long I had to wait. I probably would not if this was going to be the norm. I probably wouldn't continue to go. It was too much.
It was rough. Time. This year was rough.
Yeah, I feel like stores need to make more of an event out of it. Like not just hey, wait in line, come get your records and leave. Like I know like not every store can be like Amiibo or something like that, but like print like a custom shirt on site. Like give like food out. Like have like a tote bag or something. I don't know. Like
to their credit, they did get a food truck this time, so I actually got to eat some food while I was waiting in line. I wasn't planning on doing that because I was planning on being out of there by 11. But luckily, the food truck was there. They had some people selling posters and shirts in the front. They had a DJ, which these days is the guy with the computer playing music in the store. But yeah, I think anything they can do to make it more exciting and make it more of an event would be cool as well.
Stooge missed the Macho Man record because he was in line waiting for his chimichanga.
It was a hamburger, sir. But chimichanga I would wait for too.
Oh my gosh, they should just deep fry the hamburger and call it a
chimi burger?
Yeah, sure. I couldn't think of a better pun. Yeah.
A ham chimmy?
Oh, ham chimmy. At about 3 in the morning, I'm gonna message both of you a better pun for a deep fried hamburger.
Who's high now?
Do you want to know something so pathetic? I have deep fried a hamburger before. It's amazing.
That's not pathetic. That sounds visionary.
Have you ever had steamed hams though?
Steamed. They're called steamed hams.
Even though they're clearly grilled.
I thought we were having hamburgers. So, gentlemen, speaking of steamed hams, you both have given 2 things in this episode that I think that we should talk a little bit about more. And that is a hot take. There was no applause. That's okay. So for those who have read the episode description or looked at the title, we are talking about hot takes. And a hot take, if you did not know, is just an opinion about something that is maybe not as popular and could be controversial. So we're sticking to like the world of musical hot takes today. The reason we have Serge on is because Serge has a million hot takes, and he's great for it.
What can I say?
And those are just on music.
Those are just on music.
Don't get me started about gay porn. My hot take is that it's great.
We're gonna get you started on it. Started on it and started in it.
I thought that was like a genre you were going to talk about.
It's a new style.
Gay porn core.
Yeah, gay porn core.
Yeah. I was about to say something like that already does exist, but we don't need to go down that rabbit hole.
Okay.
So what's the best way to do this? Do you guys think? Should we just go like one by one?
First time Waffles never wanted to go down a hole.
Usually, anyway.
And I'm out.
Yeah, right. Serge just
episode.
What's this leave?
So should we just go like one by one, give a hot take, and then quick discussion?
Discuss it. Yeah.
I can start us off to get going.
I think before we start, we should say these are just opinions. We're not here to, make you feel bad about what you like. If you like what you like, that's totally cool. We just don't like this certain thing that we're going to have a hot take on. So don't cancel us.
Why? You are the host of this. Damn, that was great.
Stop trying to not get us canceled, okay?
Yeah.
That's actually why Stooge wanted to do this.
These are just opinions. We respect your taste no matter what.
There you go. The views and opinions expressed on the Deadwax episode do not reflect the opinions of the people themselves.
Of the Deadwax show.
Of the Deadwax show. So, like Serge said, if we apologize if this is not what you think, we are just being respectful of opinions. You are welcome to think what you think. Okay, I'm gonna start.
Let's do this.
You ready for this?
I think I really do have to start hosting.
You might.
You guys can't hold it.
Yeah, we can.
I'm gonna start us off. Are you ready for this? Okay, I'll also be honest. I got bullied for my music taste growing up, so I don't have hot takes. I'm like, oh yeah, I like what I like, you like what you like. So I had to think hard about these. But my very first one.
I got bullied for my weight, so
same. Yeah. First hot take: Blink-182 did not need to reunite in 2009. They should have stayed broken up.
In 2009,
yeah,
they've broken up twice.
They've never broken up since 2009. Tom DeLonge left, but they didn't break up. So they broke up after the self-titled album. Were apart for about 5 years, and then got back. And I think every album they've made since they've come back has been garbage, and they didn't need to continue in their career.
I think they could have stopped after Enema of the State, so I don't know how hot
there you go.
Oh, wow.
That's even hotter take.
You know what's the crazy thing about those records with Matt Skiba is that they're never going to be played live anymore now. So what was the point of even making
What was the point of it? Like, Matt's out of the band. Then those records were so bad. I'm just going to say it.
Yeah.
I know California gets defended a lot, but 9 was just bad.
Yeah, 9 was bad. Neighborhoods was okay.
I don't like Neighborhoods. I couldn't get into it.
There's a couple tracks. But it's not,
and Blink-182, like it's awesome that they're continuing their career. They're still playing, but they live off of people's nostalgia. Like that is what is selling tickets right now. That's why they played Coachella and people loved it. But yeah, I just don't think anything they've done since reuniting has been like that was worth reuniting over. So
you know what? They stepped up though. They stepped up big for Coachella. Frank Ocean backed out, right? Was it Frank Ocean?
Yeah.
Frank dropped Ocean, out like a week before or something.
They're headlining tonight.
That's super unprofessional. Unless Okay, yeah. Unless there was some kind of medical or personal family emergency.
It wasn't.
No,
if it was just like he's just a dick, then that's super lame of someone to do. And kudos to Blink-182 for stepping in. But here's the thing: like as someone who is just like a casual Blink-182 fan, like I said, I really don't know much beyond Enema of the State, and luckily for me, like. You know, all these other albums that came out, I never really listened to them, so I don't have an opinion one way or the other.
And Stooge, you don't need to, believe me. just live in the world that Enema's their only album, and just call it good.
And Dude Ranch.
There you go.
The best one's Take Your Pants Off and Jacket.
Toy Patch, great album. I like the self-titled one, too. But yeah,
good.
After self-titled, man, I just don't think it was necessary.
What songs are on self-titled? Like, what are the singles?
I Miss You is on self-titled.
How does that go?
Don't waste your time on me. You're already the voice inside my head. Feeling This is on self-titled. Yeah. That was when they got really serious.
Stockholm Syndrome on that one?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Anyway, there's my first one. Serge, do you want to give your first one?
Where do I begin?
At the beginning.
You told me for 3. I have about 100. No. No.
Your 3 most controversial.
So my first one is that a lot of current metalcore acts are not original.
Oof.
So
give examples.
I mean, I don't want to name bands. And again, if you like
name the bands.
I say name the bands.
No,
Once again, this is just Serge's opinion.
I'm not going to. But I went to a concert recently, and I mainly went just to see one of 4 bands.
Which concert was it?
I won't say.
Serge!
But the other 3 bands, including the headliner, were literally like a carbon copy of each other. Like same formulas in breakdowns, riffs, song titles. Like half of these bands like didn't even sound good live. Some of them don't even know how to play their instruments. Like a lot of people don't know this, but a lot of them like is just computer programming, and that's what they do live. I could actually throw one band under the bus, and I'm sure not many people care about this band, but Woe Is Me. Yeah. Everything Woe Is Me did is on a computer. I saw them live once, and I saw the computer malfunction, and the guy like side stage like freaking out because the band couldn't like perform because their computer wasn't working.
That's so stupid.
So
like an Ashley Simpson moment on SNL.
Yeah. They just awkwardly start dancing. And I like a lot of metalcore bands. Like, don't get me wrong. There are a lot of them that are great, but the majority of them lack in originality and creativity and kind of just follow like this cookie cutter formula just to get big.
What are the great ones? What would you consider some of the great metalcore bands?
And again, this is like, what do we consider metalcore at this point? Like,
it's an umbrella term.
Well, we need some definitions and some terms if we're gonna debate it.
Man, metalcore. I like Era. I think Era is a good band. Like, I like the Era. I think it's the self-titled record. It's a really good record.
Yeah.
Architects up to a certain album is really good.
Agreed.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, what do you consider metalcore nowadays too? Like,
good question. Metalcore becoming such an umbrella term has now just sort of elapsed. Anything that has a mix of singing and screaming, they can be played fast, it can be played slow. Yeah. Tends to be associated a lot with like alternative scene, Hot Topic kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So.
And I will say, like, a lot of those bands that are loved in the vinyl community, like, they're bands I just don't care for. And I if you want, I can name them. I don't care, but I don't know, bands like Spirit Box and Beartooth, and I don't know, just anything along those lines. Like, if you like it, it's cool. Like, they're talented to a certain degree, in my opinion, sure, but it's not for me. And I just think a lot of those bands just sound the same. So,
and I feel like not even just for metalcore, we can apply that to so many other just mainstays. Namestays.
Like the difference, like a lot of hardcore bands sound the same, sure, but like at least they're playing their own instruments, you know.
The lack of originality in music can be what stops people, you know, regardless of genre. Can be what stops you from liking something.
Yeah, and I find like a lot of metalcore bands like focus really fast on either getting big or more their image and like production value rather than like the music.
Yeah.
Like for Spirit Box, for example, like they had barely played any shows and they kind of just got big off this whole aesthetic thing they were doing off Eternal Blue.
Absolutely.
You know? So
they were already like on headlining tours and they hadn't released an album yet.
Yeah, it's crazy. And they're getting all these big festival slots. So, you know, that's just the way I see it. Knock Loose is another metalcore band, I guess, that I like. Like, I find them like good and actually unique. So, but yeah, for the most part, just not for me.
Okay.
But if you like it, that's cool too. You know, no, I don't expect everyone to like
you in your DMs. Yeah.
I don't expect everyone to like Converge and Dillinger Escape Plan either. So
nice mathcore.
Yeah.
Stooge, what is your first hot take you want to give to us all?
I guess the first hot take is I can say all metalcore is not good. That would be my hot take.
And you know what's funny? We'd agree.
I was like scared to give mine, and then Stooge just went full at it.
Yeah.
It's like, what is this guy saying?
He's throwing fire to gunpowder. Yeah.
Here's one. This one that comes up. We have a vinyl group chat, and I'm the only one that seems to be on the side of this, so it'll be fun. And that is mustard is the worst condiment. No, I'm just kidding. We can do that one another time.
Don't you dare. That is the biggest freaking fight we get in. Serge, this man eats hot dogs with just ketchup.
Like smothered.
Like 3 years old. What do you expect?
Equal parts wiener, equal parts ketchup.
That's right. It's equal parts wiener. Yeah.
Anyways, no. Here we go. So this is the one, and I don't know how Serge is going to feel about this, but I think Deftones is like the most overrated nu metal band of all time.
Of any band,
I would rather listen.
Serge. Deftones was your worst idea.
What about Rage? What if I said Rage? I think Rage might have been worse, but yeah. Here's the thing.
Okay.
In my opinion, I haven't listened to all their albums because I've tried some. Here's the thing. I love Around the Fur. I own Around the Fur. I like that album. I give that one a pass. Every other one, it just sounds like noise. It's a lot of noise with a grown man going, like something like that.
That was pretty good. That was pretty good.
His Chino impression.
Can you add like some reverb to that? That'll.
So,
I'm sweating.
That was good. That was good.
Around the Fur
is
the only album that's ever done it for me. Everything else, I think I can understand Change.
You listen to?
I think Change. I can accept that single.
Change in the House of Flies.
You know, honestly, if it's not Around the Fur, White Pony,
because in my opinion, their best record is Diamond Eyes, and that comes after 2010.
I haven't listened to Diamond Eyes. I've tried singles, like from Adrenaline 2. And just
I tried to like Adrenaline. He hated it.
But Adrenaline's like old. Like it's a rookie album. Like you can't really base it off of that.
I tend to gravitate towards artists' earlier work, if I'm being honest. I feel like, and this could be a hot take in itself, I feel like after time, artists run out of authenticity, and it becomes more of a career than I don't know, a message or
Stooge is definitely
that is a hot take.
Stooge is the I only like the demo guy.
I'm not that though.
I only like the demos you've never heard.
but I also agree that sometimes when you're forced to make something, I don't want to say forced, but when you're like trying to make something, you can also make something incredible. And an argument for that
concept.
1,000 Suns by Linkin Park, which a lot of Linkin Park fans would say is like one of their least favorite albums, is like my favorite Linkin Park album.
Yeah, you love that one.
And that's like what? How many albums into their discography at that point? Like 5 or 6 or something like that. So, anyways,
sure.
But getting back on topic, yeah. You would have to like curate me a Deftones playlist, and I guarantee you, I'll probably skip through most of them and wouldn't be able to differentiate most of them.
Deftones is one of Serge's favorite bands.
I had no idea, Serge. I'm not coming at you.
Funny.
Like top 5 or what?
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Serge has like a promo copy of
that's why go ahead.
Of White Pony, right?
Yeah, the most money I've spent on a record is a Deftones
wow, record. That's awesome. Well, sorry, Waffles, you're probably gonna lose trivia today, just FYI.
I was okay. I'll say this. I'll say this just now while we're on the topic. One of my hot takes was going to be that the Red Hot Chili Peppers is a terrible band.
Mm-hmm. Oh man! So now he's gonna give it.
but I won't go down that road. I'll take the high road.
No, let's do that one too.
Oh, good. Well, this is gonna be a fun episode.
What would you say to somebody, like to me, if like, and like, I'm not gonna get offended if you say, "Oh, you just got bad takes" or something like that. Just how would you rebuttal someone saying like, what I said, like how
you haven't listened to the entire discography.
Oh man, that's a big. Well, I need a hook or something, It's just
get like the deep cuts and the records that people, because like you said, Around the Fur, White Pony, like those are the grails. But like in my opinion, musically, there's a lot of better Deftones records. But a lot of people usually gravitate to only those ones because they are the most known ones. But fucking listen to their self-titled, listen to Saturday Night Wrist, listen to Koi no Yokan, listen to Diamond Eyes. Like those are like their heaviest shit. So even Ohms is like their most, like their worst record is Gore in my opinion. Like it has like 2 good songs on it, but Ohms, like their latest one, has a lot of good tracks on it too. So
pay attention, Waffles. He's spitting out some
I know Deftones very well. Okay. I know Deftones well too.
All right.
Do you know what's funny about this?
Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, it's funny to watch this conversation happen because it's like an unstoppable force and an immovable object. Like,
here's what I wish we could do right now, is I wish we could just like go to Deftones discography and push shuffle and have whatever song comes up and not see if it is like kind of what I described it as, noisy with Chino's voice.
What's funny is that none of us stopped you and said you're wrong from when you did your impression.
Oh, we laughed because
they have a style. Yeah.
What is the appeal then? Like I understand, like I've seen the trend on TikTok where like women will post like a picture of themselves as like an innocent looking kid, and then like before I discovered Deftones and after I discovered Deftones are like tatted up, all dressed like like you would expect a Deftones concert goer to look like.
Stooge has just never been to like a sex rave, like wearing a gimp suit at 4 a.m.
I've been to a Deftones concert though. I've seen them live.
Me too.
He just described it, a sex rave.
There was no sex being had, but anyways,
we can move on to the next one because we're beating these and we're not gonna have time for 9. My next one, we talk a lot about the influence that Metallica and Slayer have in heavy metal. Black Sabbath too, we'll throw them in there. Mm-hmm. But I think, and maybe this isn't even a hot take. Now I'm saying it out loud. Gosh dang it. Anyway, Metallica, Slayer, Black Sabbath having, like, being really important in heavy metal. I think as equally important, not just, and it should be mentioned as well, equally important is Ice-T, the rapper. Because Ice-T started Body Count, which is where we get rap metal, which then created nu metal. So like every, big metal act of the 90s came because Ice-T tried something new. And then in heavy metal, I can't fully speak to this. I've just read this in interviews. People who are a person of color did not feel ever represented in heavy metal because it was a very white person thing to do in the 70s and 80s. And then Ice-T sort of became this poster child for we can have black people in metal. And that became humongous for lots of people to feel represented. And so, yes, we talk about Metallica. Yes, we talk about Slayer and Black Sabbath and all that stuff. But Body Count made such a powerful impact on heavy metal as a whole, but they never get talked about. And I think that is a giant disappointment.
Body Count's a band that Ice-T was a member of?
Ice-T is the vocalist, and they were the first rap metal band.
When were they, when did this exist?
1989 is when I think they formed.
I've never heard of this.
So Rage Against the Machine formed because of Body Count, which then led to a boom of rap metal, and then new metal, all of that stuff. The biggest reason Body Count was famous was because they have a song called Cop Killer, and that was very controversial for when it came out. I think it got removed from their album, but they would still play it live. And it was huge. But that's like the fact that you said who is Body Count, I think just goes to show like this is a conversation that I wish was like taught in schools because it was so big for every style of music we all talk about and love from 1990 and on. However, it like we still are talking about Metallica all the time when I think Body Count did just as big of things.
So it seems like Body Count was maybe more like politically oriented when it comes to their
very
message.
much so. Yeah. So that was the point. It was like where we're taught like, you know, Ice-T in 89 and 90 was already a rapper. You know, he was already had a career. Mm-hmm. So he just wanted to try something new with Body Count. And so he was already talking about politics and talking about the mistreatment of black people in America was a huge thing. But yeah, it like makes me sad to think about that we don't talk about it very much. However, I think it was just as important.
I love Body Count.
Yeah, Body Count's fun. And they're still playing. Body Count still plays shows.
They are.
All right.
Okay, next one. Sorry. That one, I realize that's not that controversial. I just needed to say it.
Do it, Chili Peppers. Yeah.
No, I'm not going to do Chili Peppers.
Because we only have 2 hours, you guys.
My next one, again, not as controversial, but I guess it's more like looks over than it should be. But, dude, country music is good. Like, ever just sit back and listen to like Chris Stapleton, man? Like, that guy can sing like a motherfucking angel. I like country music. I don't give a fuck.
Okay.
Serge, your first hot take was talking about how everything has a formula and sounds the same. And then you throw out country music being... I don't know.
That was so funny.
There are some bangers in country. I will agree. But like,
Stooge loves old country, right? You love like 90s. I shouldn't say old. That's not that old. But like 90s country, right?
I like Garth Brooks and Alan Jackson and stuff like that. But Tim, like,
listen. It's not about being good because it's recycled or not. But I'm just saying, like, too many people hate on it. Like, you know how too many people like hate on Nickelback for no reason. Like, country gets that same hate.
Oh, there's reason.
Nickelback's got some hits.
As someone that
actively like the Dragons
country music, this is an interesting opinion.
Dude, just sit back, listen to Chris Stapleton. Like, you're going to be taken into a whole different world.
Whole new world.
You're going to have to forgive my ignorance because I don't know anything about country. Is that Casey Musgrave's country? Or is she like pop country?
Yeah, like, pop country, but yeah.
Okay.
Leans into country.
I like one of her songs. That was what I was going to try to say. It's called Rainbow.
Man, I don't put on some Brooks and Dunn's or something.
Oh, man.
We're jamming.
This playlist we're going to be curating for this week, holy hell, it's going to be everywhere.
So I don't. Country's not as bad as
country at all besides Alan Jackson and Garth Brooks.
Not a whole lot. There's some other ones. Mostly, once again, it's from the '90s. I think this was when I was a kid and I was actually listening to it. I haven't consumed country on the regular for probably about 20 years now, so I'm not very familiar with it. But yeah, country definitely does have that stereotype of it being about my pickup truck broke down, my dog died, my girlfriend left me, and
she thinks my tractor looks sexy.
That's a great song, though. Is that Kenny Chesney or is that Tim McGraw? I can't remember which one it is.
Faith Hill, I think.
Oh yeah, Faith Hill.
Yeah.
Dixie Chicks?
Who's the Dixie Chicks?
There's the Chicks.
The Chicks.
Oh, the Chicks. That's true. I forget.
Because Earl had to die.
Yeah,
that's had
to. Okay, I'm willing to go along with this. That country receives too much hate and people should try it more.
If I ever want to chill out, man, like there's this one Chris Stapleton record. I just put it on. And
which one is it? I want to give this a shot.
I think it's called Starting Over.
Okay.
It's just like a blank white
fitting.
cover.
That is fitting.
Man, it's like there's a song about his dog dying. It is the most heartbreaking song ever. Like, you just listen to the lyrics, I'm like, I'm about to cry.
Okay.
Is it called John Wick?
It's not called John Wick.
It's called John Wick 5.
That's what people
John
say.
Wick 5. The Wicked
John Wick is so country.
I'm genuinely, because it's you, Serge, going to give this a try. Chris Stapleton needing to
And
calm
listen,
down.
if it's not for you, I get it. But man, like,
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know how it happened, but like, it was just like a light switch turned on in me, and I was like, damn, I like this. This is good.
Do you know why I don't hate this whole subject? I love folk music, and that like is, you know, a Venn diagram that slightly overlaps with country. So
yeah,
there you go. Stooge, for the sake of time, because we're already pressing on this, do you have one more you'd like to share?
One more to quickly share. I don't know if you guys really want to talk about it. People need to get off Adele's back. She's not the one that made a decision to press all that vinyl. If
that is a big one for vinyl.
You need to hate the beast that the teat that you suck on is the one that also fed you all that Adele. So give Adele a break. That's all it's going to be. That's my hot take.
Okay. How many was it that she pressed of the last album?
See, there's the word.
Oh, that
how
she
many
didn't press.
She press? Oh, yeah, because Adele's there pressing the freaking. I don't know if that's how you press a record, but I just
like an iron,
like you're body slamming.
Do you know what the number was for her last album?
Some millions. I don't know.
It was insane.
Here's the thing.
I think it was like 250,000.
She's the highest selling. She has the most album sales of this century so far. So, you know.
Well, when you're selling 250,000 records, that's going to bump those numbers up.
So yeah, so I'm sure it wasn't like Adele was sitting in there. We need to put 25 million records out there. I'm sure that wasn't Adele.
She sounds like an oil tycoon. Yeah. Do you think it was Adele's ex that started that rumor about her, that she's the one pressing all those albums just as revenge?
Yeah, it was her. Yeah. It was her ex. I mean, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, he's like, hey, she's actually the one pressing these albums. And then, forgive me, what was the last one numbered? Was it 31?
35?
You like Adele?
30?
Me, Stooge. I don't know.
I think it was 30, yeah.
Oh, 30.
It's not 69?
Oof.
Someday.
Adele. 69.
Adele.
Hopefully we'll be here for it. 39 years to go.
we've been hitting hot takes for a little while now. Before we wrap up the segment, is there any more you guys want to talk about? I got
one vinyl related hot take. I just want to say, and I think this is a PSA that the vinyl community just needs to live by.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Stop buying records based on the quantity pressed. Just buy the pressing that you like, and more importantly, buy more of the indie retail pressing.
Okay. Now give us a reason why you say that.
Stop collecting just for the sake of having the most limited. Just buy because you like it. But sometimes the indie pressing is actually the coolest pressing, and you're also supporting your local record stores, which is the most important thing you can support in this cycle.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. I used to like be super hyped up on, there's 150 of these. Like, I gotta get one. But now it's like, man, if there's like a cooler splatter or like a cooler colorway or something, that's the one I'm going to go for. So
okay. I have noticed that myself when a drop happens, and your friends all ask, "Oh my gosh, which one did you get?" And you're like, "Oh, I got this one because it's half pink, half blue. I think it looks really cool together." And they're like, "Oh, really? Well, that one's like a variant out of 1,000." And it's
you got the black record, okay?
Yeah. Oh man, that's okay.
I'm a variant hoe.
That's
I'll very much shame somebody.
Some people shame black records. That's a hot take. Stupid to shame black records.
Black records are cheaper. Just like myself.
And Stooge is a variant host, so he's getting everything he can that's pretty.
Mm-hmm. I like all the colors. I got some hot takes.
Let's hear it from our friends.
So, my wife, she commented on this. She said Taylor Swift is the greatest songwriter of all time. That's her hot take, and I think a lot of people probably agree with her.
Well, we met a lot of people in line yesterday that agree with her.
The question is, does she write her own songs?
Oof.
I just think you have to quantify greatest songwriter. What does that mean?
That's a great question.
Taylor Swift has the greatest songwriters for her in the history of songwriting.
Another one here from pfunk_90 said RSD prices were, and then he did the emoji face like this.
100% agreed. Those were marked up like I can't even describe.
Yeah, I don't think that's a hot take either.
That's
Here we
ridiculous.
go. Old Dirty,
he's 100% right.
Old Dirty Dan 95 said Judas Priest sucks.
I was listening to Judas Priest yesterday.
We're
coming after you, Serge.
Says that. I thought Dan would have liked Judas Priest. Well, there you go.
You ever listen to?
I like Judas Priest.
Yeah,
Painkiller.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, we're twins. Yeah, Painkiller rules.
Living After Midnight, it's such a fucking bop.
I love Judas Priest.
You got another thing coming?
I don't hate Judas Priest. I've never listened to Judas Priest though, so I have no input on this.
I thought Dan would have liked them. Dang it.
All right, next one. Crippen, Steve.
Yeah.
He said, Kiss are trash. And the only time their songs are good is when other bands perform them.
I don't know of other bands performing Kiss songs, but I agree that Kiss sucks. Yeah.
Yeah, Kiss is like Judas Priest to me. I really don't know. Some kind of metal-ish band that
Kiss
from the 80s
wrote off an image more 70s. Than anything. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, good for them.
They have the millions of dollars. I don't, so whatever.
But here's my hot take. If you can make a career out of some kind of gimmick in music, good for you. That's my hot take.
Yeah.
Here we go. This is from Sean, our buddy Sean Donner on Instagram. And I think he made a typo, so I'm going to read it first how he typed it and then how I think he meant it. So he said, Taylor Swift is a good musician, but a marketing genius. I think he meant to say Taylor Swift is not a good musician, but a marketing genius. I don't know, though.
So Sean likes Taylor Swift, so I'm sure actually did mean that she is a good songwriter.
Oh, okay.
Like, I think he meant that she's better at marketing than at music.
I don't think she's doing her marketing, though. They have teams that do this stuff.
Oh, yeah. Same thing. It's just like Adele's pressing. I don't think it's a Taylor Swift sitting in a castle somewhere with like charts and maps of how she's going to market something.
But she's got a good marketing team.
Exactly. That's
Graphs about the top 10 trends.
However, I agree with that. Taylor Swift, man, she has never lost relevancy since she started. And there's hardly any artist that can say in Taylor's been like 10, 15 years that she's never really like lost relevancy.
Well, not only that, she's grown, dude. She's only growing.
Exactly. Yeah.
So, yeah.
So, which is very impressive of anybody of any career in entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, she's doing it by herself.
Level. She's like a cult of personality. She's
a cult leader.
Yeah, she is. That's cult for sure. Yep. Mm-hmm. You come in, you get assigned an era, and you start drinking the Swift Aid, and
then you belong with her. Yeah.
Yep, you're one with the Swift.
One with the Swift.
Does she have
those were some good hot takes though from our Instagram friends. Those are good.
Yeah.
So we've spent so long going on this. I still had more written down, but I think we got some good ones out there. The Deftones one especially. That was
we'll have to put that. We'll have to put that on the poll this week to see what people think.
Okay.
And I'm totally fine if people want to cyberbully me too. It doesn't.
And he doesn't even just mean about Deftones people. He means for anything.
Yeah. Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Bully me about my weight too if you want to.
Oh my gosh. Should we go into trivia?
Yeah, let's do trivia. So I don't think it's any surprise. Look, you kind of see it over. Oh, wrong way. See the mirroring. There it is. There's my around the fur copy.
Hell yeah.
We're gonna do Deftones because I knew I was gonna share my Deftones hot take.
Okay.
And then I was like, let's do. I had no idea surgery. I said surgery. I had no idea
surgery.
That Deftones used to getting was your.
Tell me that.
I didn't know they were one of your top 5 favorite bands, so you should knock this one out of the park.
He's gonna waste my ass, is what you're saying.
So go ahead, keep score, Waffles, if you don't mind. Then we're gonna have you write down your answer, and then Serge can answer it. But we're gonna give Waffles 5 seconds to at least write down his answer.
Yeah.
And whoever has the most points at the end of the game wins.
What do they win, Stooge?
A kiss from Chris on the mouth.
I don't want that.
Wow, uninvited forever.
Well, okay then. I'm gonna make you win. All of my answers are gonna be purposely wrong.
All right, are you guys ready?
Ready.
Let's go.
Okay. So, Chris, after I ask the question, let us know when you're done writing down your answer, okay?
Got you, fam.
And then Serge can answer. Here you go. Tell me, what year did the Deftones form? I need you to tell me the year their first album came out. What year did they form, according to Wikipedia?
I have written down an answer.
Okay, Serge, what's your guess?
91.
I said 93.
You guys are both wrong. It's actually 1988 is when they got together, according to Wikipedia.
Old
I'm not good with years.
Neither am I. City of origin. Write that down, Waffles. Unless you don't know. Just say I don't know.
It's somewhere in California, I think.
Ooh, he's getting warm.
I'm so okay. I'm just gonna guess.
It's the one town that could be associated with the scrotum. All right, so Serge, what's your answer?
I think it's Sacramento.
Sacramento. That is correct. What'd you put,
Serge?
Waffles?
Bakersfield.
That's
we'll also accept that.
That is corn. Yeah, that is corn. You're right.
They call it Sacktown.
Yes.
I don't know if you've ever heard of. Anyways, all right. So Serge is up 1-0. Here we go.
He certainly is.
This should be a softball. I don't even think we need to. You've already said it, so I don't think. Lead singer. Who's the lead singer?
Taylor Swift. Oh no, wait.
It's
Taylor
Jonathan
Swift.
Davis, Serge.
Taylor Swift and the Deftones. I'd go see that.
Go for it, Serge. Give the.
Chino Moreno.
Chino Moreno.
Very good. You each get a point.
Hey.
There you go. Serge is probably gonna get this one right too, but we'll let you guess. How many studio albums do they have?
I'm gonna count on my fingers.
That's what Serge is doing too. Numbers are hard.
Numbers are hard. Ugh.
Dirty numbers.
What are dirty numbers?
Because they're hard.
Oh, I thought. Okay, sorry.
All right. Did you write your answer? Well,
I'll write one down now. It's okay.
All right.
Serge, go for it.
I think 9.
I said 9 as well.
That is correct. Good job, you guys. 9 is the correct answer. All right. We could probably speed through this one too. Name of their first album, their first studio album.
Go for it.
Adrenaline.
Yep, that was easy. What year did that one come out? This is where Waffles need to write down his answer. Let us know when you're done.
I'm done.
Okay. Serge, go for it.
93?
I said 92. You
guys are both wrong. 1995.
Oh.
95.
We should learn years.
Yep. All right, here we go. You might want to have to write this one too.
Okay.
Most recent album. I know Serge knows it, so Waffles, go ahead and answer it.
Ohms.
Yep, there you go. Both got it. Here you go. This is the one you have to write down, though.
Okay.
What year did it come out? Write your answer down, Waffles.
Got it.
All right, go for it, Serge, when you're ready.
Terrible at years. 2021?
I said 2020.
2020 is the correct answer.
Hey! We now tied, fam.
Tied. Okay. So we've already we've named Adrenaline and Ohms officially.
Okay.
I need you to write down 5 other Deftones albums titles.
There's one behind you.
Yeah. So it's like a softball. So hopefully you'll be able to get this. If you get 5, you get a point. If you don't get 5, you don't get the point. But I'm pretty sure. I think Serge.
Wait, so the getting 5 is just 1 point?
It's going to get you 1 point. Yeah.
Okay.
It's an all or nothing. If you can only write down 4, you get 0 points. Let me know when you're ready, Waffles.
I am ready.
I'll have Waffles go first because I know Serge has already done 5 when we were talking about
Around the Fur, White Pony, self-titled, Saturday Night Risk, Cornell Yokin.
There you go. Each get a point.
I'm going to name 5 that Stooge has never listened to. Self-titled, Saturday Night Risk, Diamond Eyes, Cornell Yokin, Gore.
There you go. And Ohms. I guess that doesn't count, though. All right, very good. Here we go. All right, you're going to have to write this one down, Waffles.
Okay.
How many platinum albums do the Deftones have?
Ooh, okay.
Let me know when you're done, Waffles.
I guessed, so I'm done.
Okay, Serge.
3?
Waffles, I said 3 as well.
That is correct. Good job, you guys. Very good.
Do you know which ones they are? Is it Around the Fur?
It's Adrenaline, Around the Fur, and White Pony.
Oh, I actually would have not guessed Adrenaline. Interesting.
I think it's like over time.
Yeah.
It's like because it's their oldest one, people have more chance to buy it.
100%.
All right, here we go.
Okay.
Next question. How many Grammy wins do they have? How many Grammys do they have? That's less than 5. I'll give you a hint.
All right, I'm going to take a controversial guess.
Okay, go for it, Serge.
I said,
All right, go ahead and answer, Waffles. You can answer. I don't care.
I said 0.
How about you, Serge?
I was going to say 2.
Serge is correct. They've got 2 of them.
Serge!
2 wins. They won Best Metal Performance for their song Elite.
Okay.
And then they won Best Remix for their song Passenger, the Mike Shinoda remix.
Oh, well, there you go.
So there you go. All right. Here we go. Most commercially successful single. Going right down.
Damn, that's a good question.
I don't know what commercially successful means, but this is a Wikipedia answer. I'm guessing like highest charting,
Okay.
but we'll see.
I'm just going to guess on this one because same thing. I actually don't know the singles very well because I just listen to the whole albums. So
Okay.
I only know a handful of singles.
Let's have Serge answer.
Okay, go for it, Serge.
I was going to say Change.
What did you put?
I said My Own Summer.
It's actually Change. Change is correct.
Good work, Serge.
Another point. All right.
Good work, Serge.
Speaking of My Own Summer, it was featured on this 1999 sci-fi soundtrack.
Wait, sorry, I missed the first part of the question. Can you?
My Own Summer is featured on this 1999 sci-fi soundtrack.
It can't be The Faculty because The Faculty came out in 1998. So
okay, then it's not The Faculty.
Sometimes you talk to me like you're my patient or you're my nurse, and I'm like an inpatient at an asylum or something. Okay. All right, I'm just gonna guess.
Let me know when
Serge,
you're done.
Go for it. I'm done.
The Matrix.
Waffles?
That's probably the right answer. I said Men in Black.
It is The Matrix. Very good. All right. And here we go. You guys should both get a point for this one.
Okay.
It's the only album that Stooge likes by Deftones.
Ooh. That one is... I'm writing it down.
It's the B-sides and rarities with all the covers.
I said Diamond.
It's when they isolate. It's the one where they isolate Chino's vocals, and it's just a cappella.
Yeah. And then he's like, wait, this just sounds like the screeching of tires that needs to, or brakes that need to be oiled or something. Yeah.
Worse. Anyways, what was the final score? Because I know you guys both know it.
He got that one. So Serge got 11 and I got 7.
Very good. Serge is the winner again.
Buns.
7-11. Serge is victorious. Waffles will be sending you your kiss in the mail.
In the mail?
Okay, wherever.
Hand delivered.
However you want to. Yeah, you want to hand deliver it.
Yep.
All right.
Gentlemen, good work on trivia, by the way, Stooge. That was excellent.
Thank you.
We got a few questions from Instagram that I'd love to hear your opinions on. Thank you to everybody that's listening that submitted questions. We got a lot of great ones this week, and we had a lot to pick from. So thank you.
Yeah, those ones last time were terrible.
Yeah,
I'm just kidding.
The last time I asked, which was like 2 months ago. First one. This is from Big Al. He is actually very good friends with our friend Nick, Serge. First album you ever purchased on your own. So not vinyl necessarily, but just first album ever.
Am I going first?
Yeah, go first.
Sure,
you go first.
It was Metallica, Master of Puppets, and Ride the Lightning, both on CD. And I got a Metallica Master of Puppets poster at the same time.
Oh,
dude, that's sick.
Those were the first with my own money. Vinyl-wise, it's Rage Against the Machine, self-titled.
How old were you when you got that Metallica one?
Fuck, man. I was still in elementary for sure.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
That's
10, 11, 12, maybe? I don't know.
Okay.
I can't remember.
Stooge, what's your first album ever?
First time I ever bought was Odelay by Beck.
That's right.
On CD. So we're talking like, I don't know, 96, 97, whenever that came out. I can't remember right now.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's super sick. Mine was Take This to Your Grave by Fall Out Boy. I was 10 as well. Yeah. I paid with it in quarters, too.
No. Wow.
I was that kid. Yeah. Shocker, right? From our friend Ben, we got a question about concerts. So 3 types. Your answer for each of this one.
Okay.
The craziest concert you've been to, the weirdest concert you've been to, and most memorable. So we can start with craziest. Serge, what was your craziest concert you've been to?
Craziest? Probably System of a Down when they first reunited in 2012. Like, they played a festival in Montreal called Heavy MTL, and it was literally a sea of people. And as soon as like the stage lights went off and they started playing, like, I've never seen like movement like this. Like, I thought I was about to end my life. So
that is so sick.
That's craziest.
I want to see System of a Down. That's so cool.
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
Stooge, what's your answer for craziest concert?
Probably I'd say Slipknot was probably the craziest.
Slipknot was so fun.
Nothing crazy happened like in the crowd, but just the stuff they do on stage is
very intense.
The fire and the extras. Oh no, changed my mind. Ice Nine Kills. That's definitely the craziest. that like triggered a memory
about the freaking props and the.
Back to unoriginal metalcore bands.
Oh my gosh!
So I would definitely I would never listen to Ice Nine Kills on my own. But anytime anytime Ice Nine Kills comes to town, I will 100% go to that show with
Heck
you
yeah, you
because
will. They're wild.
So,
yeah, it's
so
a
crazy.
Performance. when we watched them play with Slipknot, Stooge was like laughing out loud.
I was
every
hilarious.
time someone would die.
I enjoyed the hell out of it. He loved
it. My answer for craziest concert, not necessarily because the band's pretty crazy, but the fans is the band Spite. The first time I saw Spite was at a very little venue in Salt Lake called the Loading Dock that probably can fit 15 people, and their fans,
including the band.
Their fans during one of the songs. The space between the walls is probably only like 15 feet. A lot of 15s going on. Their fans would run and hit the wall as hard as they could with their fists and run to the other wall and punch it as hard as they could. So there was blood coming down their hands and blood on the walls. And it was like, damn, y'all. And I was like 24 at this point. So I was like, you guys are nuts. This is insane.
It's like they're part of the methcore, right?
Yeah, they're
sounds
methcore,
like
for sure. Methcore for sure. And then they started eating skin.
It's crazy how the Spite concert turned into a Blood on the Dance Floor concert.
That's very clever. Good work. Weirdest concert you guys have ever been to?
I got 3, but I'll name them quickly.
Okay.
Rammstein, just because it's fucking crazy.
Those
it's
are wild.
Crazy weird, but in a good way. Like, they have a song, like, I'm not even going to attempt to say the name because it's in German, but in the song, they go bang, bang. And they have, like, flamethrowers at the headstocks of their guitar. So every time the singer says bang, bang, there's just, like, fire that bursts out of the guitar. The guy comes out in a giant inflatable penis and shoots foam into the crowd. Like, it's fucking wild.
Ramston's nuts.
At Watain, because it's like you're at
Watain,
it's like you're at a ritual or something.
And animal sacrifice concert.
Yeah, there's literally animals being sacrificed on stage, and they pour blood all over it. So I was like, for real.
Oh my gosh.
I'm not
that
even
band's
kidding.
Nuts. They're banned in like lots of countries too. Yeah.
And probably the weirdest for actually it being the weirdest, I saw a Gigi Allen cover band, like a tribute.
A Gigi Allen cover band?
And the guy was like straight up being Gigi Allen.
So did you know who Gigi Allen was? For quick punk rock history, Gigi Allen was a singer of a band who would get naked on stage and beat people up and poop on stage and throw up on stage.
And the
music sucked. But
he put the mic up his ass and then he threw it into the crowd. He shit into his own hands and threw it into the crowd.
Gigi Allen was insane.
He climbed speakers and pissed all over the crowd. Yeah.
And there was a tribute act that did that. Yikes, that's weird.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's not anybody that like you should like idolize.
No.
Gigi Allen
I won't.
Nuts, yeah. Dang.
We shouldn't have to say that either.
Stooge, what's your weirdest concert?
Was
it Slipknot Ice Nine Kills?
No. Those weren't weird. That was like I said, it was fun.
Yeah.
Weirdest concert though, I don't know who these people were, but as a kid in my hometown, called the Madera Ranchos, just to paint a picture here.
Yeah.
It's got the word ranchos in it, so just to picture how small this town is. One of the little churches in town put on a Christian concert. And there was this Christian rap group that came to town. And I'll never forget this because it's the dopest lyrics, but it was the weirdest thing, seeing a bunch of Christians getting down to all this. Anyways, the song was called 187 on the 666. And they rapped about killing the devil. So
187 on the 666.
So I've never forgotten those lyrics. I'm talking, I was like 10 or 12 or something like that. And, at a town that small in the 90s, I could just go out and ride my bike wherever I wanted to go. So we're riding around, my buddy and I, we see this thing going on. I'm like, hey, let's go check that out,
That is so funny.
Small towns, we all know each other. So like there's people I recognize and stuff. So it's not like I'm wandering into some weird group. There's nothing cultist going on or anything like that. But it was just kind of weird seeing these different musicians perform their Christian themed rap songs and people just like getting down to it. Anyways.
That's hilarious.
That's fine.
I love Christian metal, so the 187-666 is hilarious to me. I think that's rad.
That's a good name.
My weirdest concert, this is actually just I saw like a year ago. I've told Stooge all about it. This is an artist called Your Arms Are My Cocoon, and it's a solo singer who's in fifth wave emo, very big. But it's a solo singer. He wears bunny ears, and he just plays guitar, and he screams at the top of his lungs. And he has a laptop that plays all the backing instruments, like you mentioned before. But what they did is he was like the touring person, and they took garbage bags full of stuffed animals, and they lined the stage and all of the back of the stage and the instruments with stuffed animals. And there was no point. He said that this is my band. And throughout the concert, and there was, once again, like 30 of us there. This was not at an arena. This was very small. He would hold up certain stuffed animals and be like, what should we name this one? And it was like, this is just play. And like, I was the oldest person there significantly. This was a lot of 15-year-olds. And so I was sitting there just like, this is so weird. Like, I can get down with weird, but it was like, this is odd that stuffed animals are your game. Last question for the concerts. Most memorable concert. Serge.
I'm sorry, Stooge, but
no, I know it better be this. That's all I'm going to say. It better be this.
It's Rage Against the Machine at Madison Square Garden. It was phenomenal. To be honest, it probably wasn't the most energetic one. I think the most energetic one was when they played the festival at Quebec City, and there was 100,000 people there.
Wow,
that's insane.
But just being at MSG, fucking watching the greatest band of all time. Like, it was just such a picture perfect moment, and I'll never forget it.
Yeah, that's awesome. Stooge, most memorable concert?
Mine would be last year actually as well. I went and saw the Black Keys at iHeartRadio Studio. I was right up against the barricade. Like, there's only about a couple hundred people on the floor in this small studio. And 5 feet away is, Dan playing and singing the whole set. So that was really cool to get, that up close and personal. They're an arena band now. So I never thought I'd be able to get to see them in an intimate, close setting like that. So that was really cool. And something I'll definitely never forget. So
yeah, that was like your week of seeing them like twice, right? 3 times?
Yeah. I saw them 2 days before as well in the Troubadour in LA,
right.
Which is once again an intimate setting, but there was a couple more hundred people there.
Okay.
And I didn't have up against the barricade or stage or whatever. So it wasn't. I was maybe 20 feet away from Dan at that point instead of 5, so it was still great, but not as memorable. So
that's fair. You guys are gonna be shocked by my answer, but it was the second time I saw the Callous Cowboys, because at that point they were already my friends, and so it was really fun. There were 15 of us there. I swear 15. I know more numbers besides 15, but it's just a good guessing number. There probably even wasn't 15. There's probably 10 people there. Our buddy Ben,
including the band.
Yeah. Well, there's 8 members of the Callous Cowboys, and so
I wasn't there. Did you say I was there?
No, I said our buddy Ben.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But they dedicated the song to me, and that made me lose my, everything. So that was a big deal. Plus, it's the Callous Cowboys. I just love that band. If you guys didn't know, I've never mentioned them before.
The Dallas Cowboys, they're a team, bro.
Yeah, they're like a football team. Yeah.
They're in the NFL.
Okay, next question. I'm excited to hear what Serge's answer for this is. Favorite meal to make for yourself on a night in? Because Serge is a cooking man. He loves to cook.
I sure am. But when I'm riding solo, I like to keep it simple. So it's probably either pasta or quesadillas or something.
Oh, pasta quesadillas.
Yeah, pasta.
Interesting.
It's what is it? iCarly who makes pasta tacos or spaghetti tacos. It's spaghetti tacos.
Spaghetti tacos.
Yeah, no. So yeah, I like to keep it simple when it's just me. So I don't go extravagant. Extravagant is when other people are around. They gotta witness the talent,
Gosh dang it! I want to live next to you. Stooge, what's your answer? Cooking for yourself for a night in, favorite meal?
See, my cooking skills involve using an app called DoorDash on my phone.
Yes, good app, great app.
Yeah.
Please sponsor the show, DoorDash.
So, I can make, eggs and bacon. Like I can cook up a breakfast for you, a hearty breakfast.
Fry up,
I can't do pancakes or French toast or nothing like that. and I am not skilled in the kitchen. So for me, if I'm staying in and it's just me and I'm trying to enjoy my night, and it's going to be something, I'm going to order something, take out.
Well, then what do you order? I want to hear details. What's like if you like to order anything, let's imagine everything's free. What are you just going to
I'm going to pick, I'm going to pick Subway. No, I'm just kidding. I just want to say that to piss you off, Chris.
The show is over.
So if I'm staying in and I had anything at my leisure, I would probably go with a Grimaldi's pizza and just order that Grimaldi's in.
Pizza.
Yeah, watch whatever on the TV and
heck yeah,
eat my Grimaldi's.
There you go. This is a weird answer, but I really, really love vegan mac and cheese. I think it tastes better than regular mac and cheese. And if you put hot sauce in it, I could eat gallons of it. So I love making vegan mac and cheese. And the magic of it is that you just get like pasta and a mix of it. You don't have to do anything else. I don't know if there's a way to make vegan mac and cheese that doesn't involve like 30 ingredients. So I love getting the box kind. Last question. Most anticipated concert this year? Serge.
I honestly don't have anything coming up that I have like a ticket to or something. Okay. So yeah, I don't know. Next concert I might go to is that Obituary tour.
Oh, nice.
Maybe. I have tickets to go see Andrew Santino and Bobby Lee in June. So
heck yeah!
It's not a concert, but
that's
excited for that.
That'd be fun.
Yeah. Hilarious. Yeah.
So yeah, I'll say that Bad Friends podcast tour.
They're so funny. That's awesome. Stooge, what's your answer? Most anticipated concert this year?
It's gonna be a tie right now, and it wouldn't have been a tie if you would have asked me yesterday. But I got some recently developing news I'd like to share. First off, I'll say it's Beck. Beck's gonna be coming to Twilight Ogden. He's gonna be doing, it seems like, an acoustic set. Mm-hmm. For those who aren't familiar, each year, a small town about 40 minutes north of Salt Lake City called Ogden does what they call a Twilight series. Well, they have like a dozen or 15 bands.
There's probably 15.
Come through town as part of their series, and tickets are super affordable. It's not a huge venue, but like just
amphitheater,
just amphitheater, and it's $20. My tickets to see Beck was $20, and you can't really find that anywhere. So that was really cool. I'm really looking forward to that because I love Beck, and I've never seen him live before. So this will be cool. Favorite. On top of that, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to pull this next one off, but I just won a pair of tickets on Instagram to see the Black Keys live at the Bourbon and Beyond Festival in Louisville, Kentucky. Now, Louisville, Kentucky is a small clip from Salt Lake City, Utah.
Yeah.
If you tried to drive there, it's going to take you I think it was 22 hours. So it's 1,500 miles away, just so anyone knows.
15?
It's
an angel number.
Wait, can you say that in metrics?
That's like 200 moose away.
Oh, okay. That's close.
Oh, okay.
or 15,000 maple leaves. I don't know.
End to end. Yeah.
Yeah. Stem to tip. Anyways, you know what's good about metric too? Anyways, no, we won't go down that path.
Okay.
So I won those tickets, and hopefully I'm going to get to go. The concern is just the distance. So
of course,
we'll see.
When is that? When is that?
It's not till September 16th.
Oh, okay.
So I've got some time to
figure
it out. But yeah, I'm super excited. It's a festival. It's like a 4-day festival. It's general admission passes for just the one day, which is fine. It's just, once again, just figuring out how to get there is going to be the main concern. So hopefully I'll be able to pull that off because that would be awesome.
That would be sick.
I've never been to Louisville, Kentucky either, which sounds like a pretty fun town as well.
There you go.
I want to change my answer.
You can change your answer, Serge.
I completely forgot that Third Eye Blind's playing Toronto this summer. They're playing the Toronto Beer Festival or something like that, which is very strange, but that's one of the bands on my list that I still have yet to see. There's like 3 bands on our list or something, so I'll change my answer to Third Eye Blind.
Okay. Bobby Lee and Third Eye Blind.
Bobby Lee, Andrew Santino, Third Eye Blind, Obituary. That's a lineup.
That's a lineup right there. My most anticipated. I'm going to Furnace Fest this year. That's a very big deal for me, so I'm very excited for that in September. But if we're just doing this, but that's a festival. So if we're doing just a regular concert, Mr. Bungle in May is. I will not shut up about that one. I'm so excited. So, what's up, Serge?
Can I change my answer again?
You absolutely can.
I keep forgetting I have tickets to the Bane reunion in Boston too. So.
Oh yeah, you're going to Bane. Yeah, you're like, I don't have any concert tickets. You're seeing like the most incredible reunion.
My mind's not working today, guys. As soon as Stooge just like shat on Deftones, I clocked out.
I shut it down.
It was a spiral.
I don't know what's going on. But yeah, so the lineup is Bane, Bobby Lee, and Andrew Santino. Third Eye Blind, Obituary, and the Chicks. No.
Yeah, and the Chicks. Yeah.
I'm going to the Bane reunion show, which is cool. I'm excited. I don't really call it a reunion per se because they broke up like 6 years ago.
Yeah,
so
it's not super
anything under a decade is not a reunion for me, but it's still cool. I get to see them in their hometown, which is gonna be awesome.
Yeah,
it's like a massive like 2,500 cat venue, but there's no barricade, so it's gonna pop off.
It's gonna be wild.
It's a great lineup. Modern Life is Worse playing, Stick Your Guns playing, Suicide Files playing. Our friend Nick is going, so I get to meet him, which is gonna be cool. That's my answer. That's my final answer. I'll lock it in. Is that
the final answer this time?
I'll lock it in. Regis Philbin.
Locked it in.
Regis Philbin. Sick. Thank you to everybody that asked those questions. I forgot to even mention that the last two came from, the meal question was from our buddy Ryan, Rimo Vinyl. And then the most anticipated concert question was from an account called Lathsk, Lathsk, which I don't know them, but they ask great questions. So thank you to everybody who asked questions. Gentlemen, we have been at this for a little bit. Is there anything else you guys want to say before we wrap things up?
Deftones sucks. No, I'm just kidding.
That's the
I'm just kidding, Serge.
All right, back on the Chili Peppers wagon.
We should do a poll. We should do a poll. Which band is worse, Deftones or Chili Peppers?
Our account will get banned off the internet.
We'll not get banned. I
think
get
reported by so many people.
I honestly think more people will vote that the Chili Peppers are worse. And my theory is because they're more popular and more successful.
Wow.
Oh, so it's not the scatting?
I don't know. I can handle the scatting.
Yeah, I'm really glad I asked if there's anything else you guys had left to say. That was so awesome of me. Thank you for did that.
I got nothing. Music sucks. Vinyl sucks. I don't give a fuck about anything.
What's the point of this anymore?
Don't even listen to this podcast. Fuck all of y'all.
Yeah.
There we go.
Here.
Only support the Bad Friends podcast with Bobby Lee. Serge, you mentioned before that you are on Instagram, but you're not posting a ton. Is there anything else you want to tell the people about? Anything you want to plug? Anything you want the world to know about?
No.
Okay, sick.
If I can talk to the person that could get shipping rates down, then please hit my line. Then if you're not that person, I legitimately don't care about your existence. So.
Great.
Do you guys have like what's that called here in America? The postmaster. Do you guys have like something like a postmaster in Canada?
What's a postmaster.
We have somebody in the government that's over the mail.
Yeah.
Sure. I don't know.
You guys have Alanis Morissette. She's your
have a post-mountie. I don't know.
Serge hates us so much. Like after this episode. Stooge, is there anything else you want to say?
No, nothing that's not going to be offensive.
Okay, great. The dynamic of the three of us, man, it is so easy to work with. Hey, do you know what else isn't easy to work with? Social media. And you should follow the Deadwax Show on social media. We are at Deadwax Show on Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram. We will get better at everything besides Instagram one of these days, I promise. But you should still follow us on the other places. And if you're not subscribed to our podcast on YouTube or wherever you're listening to this, please click subscribe so you can see when we have new episodes. Just like with our social media, that's where you can tell if we have new episodes. And we'll post the link to the Deadwax playlist where you'll hear a ton of songs from everything we talked about today, and you'll be able to get a little taste in your ears of the things we enjoy, especially the Deftones. Right, Stooge?
No comment.
Okay, sick. And if there is nothing else you guys have to say, I would politely ask all of our viewers to please be kind to each other, be nice, have your own hot takes, hurt each other's feelings if you have them, and please get out of the groove and get into the Deadwax. Goodbye, everybody.